Hi everyone. As you can tell, I like to periscope, so I'm back in here again tonight. I found another video today on Facebook, and this video, I think if most of you might remember Paul Harvey, this I guess was done back in 1965, and he's putting himself in the place of Satan. He's talking as if he were the devil. And I heard this thing today, and it really makes a lot of sense, because this is really what's going on now. So I will turn the camera around and I will play it for you, and you will understand what I mean.
If I were the Prince of Darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate, 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. Thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who want it until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. What'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey.
As you can tell, what he said back then has really come true. Look at what's going on now. The devil is into everything. It doesn't matter what it is. He's got the papacy, he's got the LGBT generation, he's got kids into drugs, he's got other bad real lifestyles that shouldn't be at all. He has just really taken over this world, and we need to stand and we need to say enough is enough. He is not going to steal our joy. He is not going to steal our crown. We have to be always on guard, because he's going to do everything he can, since the time is so short, and he knows that he hasn't got much time, and he wants to destroy as many people as he can. I know I don't want that to happen, and I'm sure you don't either. But it's very easy to get caught into a snare of his, get tempted to do something that you know isn't right, but you do it anyway, and thinking, well, it won't make any difference. But it does make a difference. So if the devil starts tempting you in anything, just say, get out of here, devil. That's what I do all the time. I say, get away from me, devil. My house, I'm serving the Lord. You're not coming in here, and you're not going to bother me. You're not going to steal my joy. You're not going to steal my crown. And you're not going to take my salvation. That's what we need to tell the devil. He's not going to get our salvation. We know there's coming a day when We may be persecuted, which we probably already are in some aspects. We're going to be persecuted more from within than from without. But we're going to be persecuted so bad that we're going to want to die because we won't be able to take it. And I just pray that if you can't make it through the tribulation, that you ask the Lord to lay you to rest. That's what I'm asking, that He put me to rest, because I certainly don't want to take the mark of the beast. That would be a terrible thing. And the way things are going, it isn't going to be very long now before that even happens. I mean, the National Sunday Law is right around the corner. And like I said, we can't really anticipate when it's going to be, but it could come right after the election. Things are getting closer and closer. And I think if Ellen White were alive today, she could see things coming to fruition, that she talked about in The Great Controversy and things like that. And that's one book I suggest that everybody read. I need to get back to reading it too, because we know it's a controversy between God and Satan. And there's still that controversy going on. God says one thing, Satan says another. And he's tempted so many people to well, you don't have to listen to God. You listen to me. I know what's right. But he does not know what's right. He knows that if he can get you to listen to him, the more he can get you to listen to him, the more you'll fall for him and you'll turn your back on God. And we don't want that to happen. We got to stay steadfast at all times. I know it's going to be hard, but you have to be willing to do that. You have to tell others about him too. Tell others about Jesus and what he's done for you, and that he's going to come back someday, and we have to be ready for him. We need to stand fast at all cost. I think I'll call it quits now, but I just wanted to bring this all to you guys' attention, and I just hope that you have a very good night or day wherever you might be. God bless you, and take care, and bye-bye.